Is this year's BTAC?
Yeah, it just came in.
And you opened it already?
Yeah, I couldn't wait.
There's only 4 bottles in here. Where's the Stagg?
Yeah, I thought that was weird. I guess the Stagg just wasn't any good this year.
Oh, it wasn't any good this year? Chad, did you take the George T. Stagg?
I'll answer the question. You want answers?
I think I'm entitled to them.
You want answers?
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth. Sarah, we live in a world that has bottles, and those bottles have to be filled by people with whiskey. Who's gonna do it? You? You, Zoe? People have the luxury of not knowing what we know, that George T. Stagg being missing, while tragic, probably saved taste buds. We use words like palate, finish, mouthfeel. We use these words as the backbone of a life spent reviewing whiskey. You use them as a punchline.
I use them as a punchline?
Oh, okay. So sometimes I use them as the punchline, but I have neither the time nor the inclination to sit here and, oh, whoop, hold on. There was a letter at the bottom of the box. George T. Stagg not being released this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they weren't happy with the way it came out, so I guess I was right. But hey, look, they did give us this nice coaster.
Huh, okay. Well, you wanna go try them then?
Yeah, let's go. It's Bourbon Night. Hello, I'm Chad.
I'm Sarah.
It's BTAC 2021. No George T. Stagg this year. I guess we should have looked a little bit further in that box and found that piece of paper. But
and this guy.
There is a coaster, so
we didn't not get anything.
We've tasted it. It's a little leathery.
It's a little leathery.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I have to say that I do respect a quality control level there.
Sure.
If we're saying this isn't where we want it to be for this price point and the standard that we hold for that release, I got to appreciate them not putting it out at all, even though it hurts a little bit to not see it this year.
It's sad. These are media samples, so of course, full disclosure, the distillery sent these to us, but we don't have to make this video. Like, we're not gonna make this video, but we don't have to make it. They don't get to see it before we publish it. They have no input on this. As standard, we do here on this channel. But
sure.
Just wanted to say all that.
And like, I think that to keep in mind as we go into this video, we don't make the BTAC video to be like, go get them all, have fun. It's more of like, if you stumble across one and you're determined on getting one, we wanna give you our input so that you can make an educated decision. If you're in that position, it's talked about, so I think that we should weigh in.
Absolutely.
All right.
So we're gonna start as we do with proof.
This is Sazerac 18 year.
Saz 18, so this one's at 90 proof.
Which, you know, isn't my preferred proof. However, I find that with ryes, I can really get down with a 90 to 100 proof rye.
Plus it's 18 years old.
Which is gonna bring some extra interesting flavors.
It's not every day you get to have an 18-year-old.
Oh my gosh. It's not every day that you get to have an 18-year-old. Wow, that sounded horrible. Cut that out, please cut that out, please. Just leave that alone. Mmm.
Smells a bit like that coaster.
Nice spices, I don't know about that.
As far as it being, you know, a little bit of leather.
Oh yeah, and a lot of tobacco, I think. A little like lemony, but also a lot of, you know, allspice, spice cabinet type of deal going on.
I love it when whiskeys, just from the nose, smell like they're gonna be very creamy and viscous, but you know what I mean? It just gives off the nose that it's just gonna be nice and viscous and just cover all over a great mouthfeel.
Yeah, is that what you would call it?
If you will.
I think it smells like a lovely forest.
Yeah, you know, with it just being the 90 proof, a lot of those like spearmint or evergreen or pine needle type of notes I feel like are hampered down
They're
a little
in there.
bit. We'll see how the Thomas H. Handy, which is actually gonna be the highest proof of BTAC this year, how it compares with it, you know, being 129.5.
Point something, yeah.
All right, cheers to your health.
Mmm. Mmm.
Oh, and there it is. Just like the nose was giving off. I picture like slow moving syrup or honey or, you know, molasses. It does have a great mouthfeel actually. It's kind of reminiscent of that. A little bit of honey actually in there. A little golden honey.
Mouth feels super great up front.
Yeah.
Minty, but not super minty. Like minty balanced with the spice, balanced with some oak and tobacco, and then like I feel like the oak really grows and takes over towards the finish, and it ends mostly with spice and oak, which I think is nice. I think it feels hotter, tastes hotter than a 90 proof. And it is giving a good hug.
I feel like it's punching above its proof. I haven't even gone in for my second sip. I am getting a nice, you don't often get this, or we don't anyway, with some 90 proofers, a nice little Kentucky hug.
Yes, this is giving me the rye notes that I really like.
Oh man.
I'm literally about to drink it all, and I know I need to save it because we only have a limited quantity.
That's right.
And it's gonna need to last.
And we do another round for our Patreon audience, so I'm just gonna set mine
I think that
off to the side.
we should.
Recommend.
Recommend. Oh, we should also say that these are all $100 MSRPs. $99.
Yes, $99.
Now, again, will you find them for that? Probably not. That's what they should be.
Next up on the table is Eagle Rare 17 101 proof. I'm sure a lot of people out there have had the regular old Eagle Rare. It's a 10-year and it's 90 proof. Well, this is 17 years and it's 101 proof. So it's basically Eagle Rare on steroids.
Yeah,
And it's not double Eagle very rare, but it's still pretty rare. It's still pretty Eagle.
We wouldn't know what to even just tell you about the double Eagle very rare. We've never tasted it.
Never has it touched our lips.
The color's pretty. To me, this is like dark chocolate cherry.
There is definitely the cherry note.
And brown sugar.
Cherry bordering on grape. It's not as grape as what I feel like we get often with other Buffalo Trace products.
This is reading chocolate covered cherry, but like dark chocolate covered cherry. That's really all I'm getting.
Yeah, I'm not picturing the slow moving honey or molasses or whatever down the hill that I got with the Sazerac. With this,
I don't know where this image comes from. Like never have I seen honey just rolling down a hill.
Oh, Sarah, you haven't lived.
You haven't seen that either. This like cherry could border. It's like a tiptoe away though for me from being medicinal. It's not, but it's very cherry.
Cherry, a hint of some type of nut in there, Sarah. Maybe it's like a walnut or there's some slight nuttiness with a nice deep breathe in.
I don't know.
Probably just the
I could
oak.
maybe give you pecan.
I could take pecan.
Ooh, whoa. That is dark flavors, super bold.
I have to say it doesn't have as long of a finish as the Sazerac.
No, I don't think so either, which is, I think, you know, the absence of all that rye spiciness and mintiness and all that.
Yeah.
I'm finding this to be a little bit tannic, drying.
Not so much getting the tannins.
Well, I think the tannins are, I mean, I wouldn't expect something to, I don't know, I think it would surprise me if something wasn't tannic after being an oak for that long. Like, you know, it's nice surprise whenever I guess it's not.
Yeah.
If you don't enjoy that, I don't know. It's just something I notice.
But again, I think this one is drinking a little bit higher than its proof. It does have some heat, front of tongue heat, especially after the second sip, but not the same type of hug as that rye. But you know, lower rye content in this bourbon.
It's nice and oily. I will say, I'm finding it to be a bit one note, and that being the oak, which it's like bordering on the too much for me. I'm fine with it, actually. It's not too much, but I'm missing, I don't know, I feel like I want
a little bit more dimensionality.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, I will say, the hug does finally set in. It just took it longer. The chocolate cherry that was on the nose does come through on the palate, but it's a lot less there. It is mainly, almost sort of campfire with the wood on this one.
I agree.
I'm a fan of oaky bourbons. So this to me is like selling in a pretty good area without bordering on it going too much, but I recognize that it is pretty dang oaky.
I'm not saying I dislike it. I'm just saying, like, I think I'd probably reach for the Sazerac. Between the two.
Between these two. Right now, I probably would too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is strange for us.
Right.
But I like it. I'm open to it.
Okay, Sarah, we are halfway through, so this is a perfect time to hit pause and let you know about our home on the internet. It is whiskeyambitions.com. It's where you can get the Glencairns that we're drinking from tonight, our water glasses, shirts, hats, hoodies, copitas, rocks glasses, pins, candles,
challenge coins,
and more always coming soon at whiskeyambitions.com.
You can visit patreon.com/itsbourbonnight and join our community for as little as $1 a month. Chad, did you know that we have done almost 15 barrel picks this year?
It seems like it, yes.
And we're already lining them up for next year. And Patreon is the place where we release our barrel picks and sometimes the opportunity to participate in the barrel picks with us.
Beautiful.
Plus, you get after the episode exclusives like another round where we're going to compare these four to last year's BTAC. So that's going to be fun.
Ooh. Yeah, podcasts and more.
All kinds of stuff.
Patreon.com/bourbonnight. All right, on with our BTACing. Now on to one that, we've been looking forward to, let's not lie, because last year...
It's generally a favorite.
2020's William Larue Weller Blind turned out to be our best bourbon of 2020.
Which also feels like a jerk move of us, but it was blind.
It was blind, and we had, like 25, 30 in the field that we graded throughout the last part of 2020. So
we didn't know.
That's how it shook. That's how it shook out. But, so we're really looking forward to this one.
125.3 proof.
Yes. The William Larue Weller is non-age stated, but typically it's going to be around 12 years, usually, much like the Weller 12, but that's 90 proof. This is full proof. And, also best select barrels are chosen, right, for William Larue Weller.
So I'm also getting, not the cherry that I was getting on the Eagle Rare, more of that traditional Buffalo Trace grapey note. With a little cinnamon. I almost always describe that Buffalo Trace note now as like a cinnamon raisin.
Yeah, there's a sort of a fig.
It's like a figgy, it's something like that. Like cinnamon, vanilla, dark fruits like that, grapes, or I guess fig is probably better fitting for this one.
There's a creaminess about the nose. Sort of desserty. Maybe
custardy or
something.
Creme brulee.
Creme brulee, like dessert.
Custardy.
Custardy. There you go. You had it. Custardy.
It makes me think of dessert, and I want to eat it.
Well, let's eat it. Oh, there it is.
I just had a moment.
Whoa. Okay.
I need to go back, but
that one brings
when
some
it
heat.
touched my tongue, I was like, hello, this is what I've been waiting for. Like, I literally felt like it hitting my bloodstream was like, I've been waiting all year for this.
Yeah. A little information about it. This year, they pulled barrels from warehouse C, D, K, L, and Q to make this this batch.
I know everybody probably doesn't feel this way, but I almost feel like, sometimes I feel like William Larue Weller was made for me. Like, they knew exactly what I wanted and what I like, and they made it for me. Again, I know it's not true, but like, that's how much I realize I'm personally biased towards this one.
Sure.
Because I feel like it belongs to me.
And that's why we always do our best of the year blind.
Soulmates.
Yeah. Thinking about going in for my second sip, but it really has a nice long finish. It has, I feel like, so far of the two we've tried, their best traits turned up a little bit. It's got the hug and the warm feeling that Sazerac was bringing. It's got the oak that the Eagle Rare was bringing, but it's pulled back a little bit and a little bit more harmony, right?
Yes.
And the proof, it has the viscous, wonderful, exceptional mouthfeel.
I'm getting this now. I don't know if this is gonna change, or like, would it change if I left it in the glass for a bit? Right now, I think the only thing about it that I'm like not 100% in love with is on the finish, I'm getting some, not bitter oak, but it's just like really powerful oak that it's closing on.
It's powerful, yeah.
Yeah, it really grips your tongue. I don't know how I feel about that right now, but everything else is so lovely. That's kind of where I'm hung up right now.
It's a little hotter maybe than some of the other WLWs that we tried. Yeah.
I'm feeling that way too.
But man,
like
you
this
just
front part, lovely.
Give it a little bit of time, and where it transfers from the heat here to the hug here that just kind of spreads out throughout the chest. And a great finish. It's got that
lovely mouthfeel.
Nice dark cherry in the grape.
And the more sips I take, like, the less I feel of that like gripping oak, which is I think the reason why in the first sip I was like, whoo, because it was just everything all at once.
Yeah.
I think the more you sip it, the more that relaxes a bit.
It's almost sort of like a balance of sweet and savory. Like, I think the dessert tones are sort of the strongest, but with the finish, I feel like it gets a little a little savory. You know, I
Yeah.
always like to go like, you know, medium rare steak. It sort of does have that type of finish, the savory finish. You know, with BTAC, I feel like you're getting an age statement, but a lower proof, and like the Saz, and also the Eagle Rare. Or you're getting the unabridged, unbridled, full proof, but with no age statement. Though the George C. Stagg, which is, again, missing this year, is a 15 year. The Handy is also not age stated, but that's, you know, the highest proof we're getting ready to go to. So I feel like this is sort of like the Goldilocks, right? It doesn't have the age statement. It's gonna be around 12 years. It does have, you know, the full proof. That's why this one is very often our favorite of the line.
Last but not least, we have the Thomas H. Handy.
129.5 proof.
Woo!
So again, this is another rye.
That's got a nose. Don't get in there too far. Yeah, it'll get you.
Okay.
This really smells like fig. Like if I go from here, like Fig Newton.
Oh, for sure. Fig Newton, graham cracker crust.
Graham cracker.
Very holiday.
Some spice. Yeah, holiday
rye
spices.
helps that. This was pulled from warehouses I, L, O,
Fig
and
Newton.
K. Little light chocolate.
Yeah.
Very milk.
I don't know. I get more like tea. Like the tea, you know, like restaurants or something. Like
Right.
just regular old tea.
Regular old tea.
Could be sweet, could be unsweet. There could be some sweet and low in there. I don't know.
Yeah, I get some honey tea.
Definite tea.
Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot.
All right.
Whoa. Whoa. That is what we call effervescent.
That is tea and honey.
And spearmint.
And yes, and minty and maybe
Little
even some eucalyptus. And,
Winter mint also.
Yeah. I can breathe through my nose now.
Yes.
I mean, this is straight to the back of my tongue, and then it feels like it's not on fire, but like I feel like if I touched it, it would be hotter. It's like tingling, I guess. I wanted to say sizzling, but that's not it. Just tingling still going with all the flavor, which again, I would expect nothing less from something at this proof. It's still going.
Winter mint, spearmint, effervescent, eucalyptus, very, as you said, like opening up. Ricola.
I really do feel like I can breathe better now.
Yeah, It's like a liquid breathe right strip.
It really
right
is. It tastes very winter to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
For me though, is that what I always want in my, I guess it would be what I would want on occasion in my whiskey. My ideal is probably not quite here. It's just like farther than I would normally take all that minty eucalyptus.
Sure.
Although I do think it's nice. Now I know what to do whenever I have, you know, if I'm ever congested.
Right.
Right? Just,
Well, I feel like this one could stand up to some water.
I agree.
Being proofed down. I don't really want to do that to it.
We'll try it at a later date.
Yeah, we'll try that out later. We want to save what we have here for our another round. But
Yes.
I'm really glad to have the option to add the water or not. So I am a fan of barrel proof for that reason.
Yes. I can still taste it.
Oh, flannel is now.
And I'm also like, it's hot in
Yeah,
here.
it's a.
Who put this hair here?
It's a bad choice, flannel. You know, we sort of did. we kind of forgot to recommend. Obviously, we recommend the WLW.
Oh, I thought that was a given.
Yeah. I mean, this is they're all just going to be recommends.
Yeah.
I feel like they are price appropriate at retail of $99.
At retail.
These are all exceptional whiskeys for the retail price. Now, people who have to go above that, that's another discussion for another time. But do you think we could rank them?
I think so. I think for me, I'm trying to take a step back and say, if these weren't BTAC, if we weren't reviewing it for this video, they weren't so legendary, whatever. These things were just sitting in different bottles on the shelf. Which ones would I buy and which ones would I not buy? Because they're either for me or they're not for me.
Sure.
Taste profile wise.
Yes.
And I think I would buy the Sazerac and the William Larue Weller, and I think I would leave the Eagle Rare and this one on the shelf, not because I think that they're bad, but because they just don't align with my...
You're just leaving them for someone who it does.
Right, correct.
Okay.
So I think my ranking would probably be the WLW, the Sazerac. Then I get a little hung up. I think it's kind of a two-way tie between the Eagle Rare and this one, and the Handy.
I'm definitely WLW in first place. Sazerac, 18-year-old, 90 proof in second place, which is a surprise. I feel like, anecdotally, if George T. Stagg were here, he's usually in that second.
First or second.
First, second.
I would have to put the Handy in third because I do feel like it's got a lot going on. It's super complex. It's interesting. Whereas I did feel like the Eagle Rare was more one note, and it was that oaky note that's not off-putting to me, but it's like in the realm of, it's not my favorite.
Sure.
So I think for that reason, I would put it in fourth, not last, because they're all great.
Okay, so I'm WLW, Sazerac 18. I think I'm actually gonna put Eagle Rare third.
Okay.
I do like those oakier bourbons. And in fourth, but as you said, not last, the Sazerac here, or the Thomas A. Chan. I do really enjoy it.
Yeah, I feel like there's just like less times that I would reach for it. When I would reach for it, it would be because I wanted this exact thing.
And I feel like I would reach for the Eagle Rare a little bit more often than this guy, so that's why I put it third.
Fair enough.
If you've made it this far in the video and you have been able to try any of the BTAC, put your favorite down in the comments below. Or
even if it's not from this year.
If you've never tried it, say, never tried them. So you have many options of things you can put down there in the comments along with anything else. And if you haven't subscribed to us already, we would love to have you. You can click right up here to do so. There's suggestions of other videos right down here. We hope to see you over there in one of those. Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Chad.
Okay, until next time, drink more BTAC.